Hey everybody, this is Johnny Bean, and you're watching Show Me Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony. Enjoy the show.
Hey, hey.
Hi.
Oh.
How you doing?
That intro was sick, man.
What's happening?
I love that intro.
Hell yeah.
Did you record that? Did you play that, Tony?
No,
Is that a Tony riff?
that's not me.
Oh, okay.
That's
That is
not
an
me.
Ethan Mike's fault.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah,
And the
and
little,
if he really likes it a lot, he can come back and re-record that and use it, and then I can't use it anymore.
Oh, damn. Well, I hope he doesn't.
It is
do
good,
that,
though. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Very, very good. Yourself?
Yeah, good, man.
Cool.
Really good.
Weather's
Everything's peachy keen. Weather, man, it may reach 80 degrees tomorrow, right under 80 degrees tomorrow here in North Carolina.
That's just for you, though. We had snow this morning. So, but now it's raining, so it's all good. Yep.
Yeah.
Tom,
well,
you're still muted, Tom. I don't know if you're laughing.
There we go. Sorry. No, I was because Kine came in for something. I didn't realize I muted myself again. I was going to say I get your sloppy seconds coming like directly south from you to me.
Hey,
sloppy seconds. Lovely.
Can we say that on YouTube?
Well said.
Well, he just did.
Sloppy
We'll
weather
find out
seconds.
now, won't we?
You're right.
Ooh, I just snorted. We don't have a dump button.
Well, that's what I was saying. I need a dump button so I can just intermittently just mute myself.
So, is there some band we're talking about today? I don't know if I've heard of them.
Yeah, man.
Aren't they named after a car or like an insect or something?
Yeah, like
An insect.
some sort of bug.
Oh, okay.
Well, like the crickets or something.
You know how they got their name? Don't say it if you know it.
Nope.
There's a bunch of stories, but
I'm gonna ask our
you.
guest. What is that, Sandra?
We have guests.
At the very beginning of today's show, when you popped Johnny Bean in, it scared the fuck out of me, and I thought, "Oh my god, we fucked up somehow. I was the wrong show."
I was a little scared myself.
I saw it really quick, and I said, "I didn't know Johnny was a special guest tonight."
I thought it was like he was here with us. You know,
It just freaked me out. I'm like, I'm okay now.
That's a great intro. Thank you, Johnny, for doing that.
Yeah, that
Yes,
was a good
thank
one.
you, Johnny. But for a second, I thought, "Oh my god."
You were worried you're on the wrong show, weren't you?
I just wish something happened.
Oh man. All right.
I know how I got
We
here.
do have guests though.
Yeah, we should probably bring them in because
Really cool, wonderful guests
Probably walked out.
who were joining us. So let's bring them in. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Guitar Hack and Janice Lalla.
Hey guys.
And there they are.
Yeah. Peace.
We're not worthy.
Hey, hey, Hack.
How's it going?
Guys.
How's everyone doing?
Awesome.
Doing good, Hack. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Good day today.
Good.
Working hard on new music, I hear.
Yeah, I got another one in the can.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
How you
You're
doing,
putting out a lot of
Janice?
music, man. That's awesome.
I was just going to ask Janice how her hands and fingers were doing.
Yeah.
Are you
How's-
playing? Are you playing yet?
Yeah, I'm playing. Bar chords are out though.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't like those anyway. I can't. My
It'll get
fingers
there
don't do
every
that.
day.
how's it going, Janice? Nice to see you, ma'am.
Nice to see you too.
We appreciate you being here. Yeah.
She came back.
Absolutely.
For more.
Back from the-
Hi everybody in the chat.
Let's see.
Hi, Matt.
Let's see who is here in the chat. Who's here, B?
Oh well. How come everybody else does it in alphabetical order and I can't? I'm sure there's a way to do that. Anyway, I'll scroll up and start from the top.
You click the top one.
On YouTube.
You click on YouTube at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Participants.
Oh no, I know where it is. But
Okay.
oh, there we go. Yeah, participants. Okay, but that doesn't show everybody, does it?
It only shows people that have commented.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna scroll up anyway. We'll just do it this way. So, Sandra Pokorney's here. I'm not gonna sing the song because
right here.
she's right there. Mike Neese, hi Mike.
I hit the thumbs up. So
The Hitman, Dwight Bailey's here.
Dwight.
Christopher Sawa.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Good to see you again, buddy.
Well, Fruitcake Tony's here, but he's not commenting. I don't know why. Hugh Caldwell,
You.
Halface.
Halface.
That's Jeff K. Hi, Jeff K. I don't know if
Jeff.
that's a new name or not.
He's
No,
been here
he's-
before.
Okay.
Nice to see you, Jeff.
Great.
hey, Jeff hangs out with us all the time, man.
Okay. Well, Mark Tanner. Hey, Mark. Welcome. Thrash metal and fun riffs.
Thrash.
Oh Lord.
You got the
House.
original Paramutant.
There
Nice.
he is. Nice.
Boomer bass meme. Browns
he is.
fan. Let's see who else we got. That may be it. There may be more. That's all we have right now that I can see, and the rest. Everybody
Browns
else,
fan. What's up, dude?
welcome. Yep. So,
Welcome,
you.
everybody. Nice to see all of you. Thanks for
Thanks.
being here. Yeah, coolness.
Ben Thomas here. Lars Guitars is here.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome everybody.
So, Hack,
Yes.
tell us about this new music you done today, dude.
I'll be right back.
It's this is a not an instrumental. I'm actually singing on this one, and it's and I'm quoting my brother. It's completely different than anything that you've done. So it's a totally different type of tune that I'm doing. And like I was saying earlier, it's kind of gonna. I had a friend pass away a few years ago, and he had a certain saying that he used to say all the time, and that's the chorus of the song. So I'm kind of going to dedicate it to him. It's not about him particularly, but anyways, you got to hear it. It should hopefully be out this week sometime, but this will be the last one for a while. Like, I'm going to stop. I'm not putting out anything else for a few months, I think.
That's what they all say, right?
I think I'm going to stop at 10. I'm at 10 now. So,
An album's worth.
Yeah, that's enough
Yeah.
for an album.
yeah. I just got literally 2 seconds before we came on. I just got the final mix, and I'm thrilled. I think it sounds awesome.
Oh, nice.
Brother did a great job again. So
Awesome. Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So,
thank
do you have any plans to do like a compilation, like put them out like together as an album?
Well, they're all out on.
You posted. Oh, is it through DistroKid or how'd you do it?
Yeah, they're all on DistroKid. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so DistroKid, they basically put it out to all the online services. So iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon,
Okay.
Spotify.
I'll start running in the background of my Spotify all day then.
Yeah, if you just type in my name, you'll see like 9 come
That's
up.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll put it on repeat.
I have to check them out.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just
Are you going to name this album, Hack? Are you going to have like a contest and
Well, to
let
be honest
us name this album?
I don't know how the album works because I released all these as singles, so I don't know if you can then repackage them as a record. I don't know how that works on DistroKid, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure if DistroKid can make $1, they'll have an option for you. You know.
Yeah.
You could have people suggest names in the chat, and you can see if you like any. That could be good or bad. You know?
I don't know about the album thing.
Nah.
I just want them out there. So
Yeah.
Rick
awesome.
Hefner, how you doing? Lars Guitars. Good to see you.
Hitman's in the house.
The Hitman.
Hitman.
The Hitman.
White white.
Yep.
You got any new stuff, Janice, you're working on?
No, not really. Just picking up a new cover here and there. But as far as originals, I think my brain is all tapped out.
Yeah.
But I have plenty of other originals that I have not loaded onto YouTube yet. And I'm still trying to figure out which ones to do. I got plenty more, but it's hard to decide.
That
Yep.
Hey Zach.
So
here,
just take-
here.
Yeah, you just take it slow and put one out every now and then. Then you have plenty to do.
And I'm trying to, avoid the copyright police.
Yeah, that's always tough.
That's a tough one.
Here in North Carolina, just this week, they've lifted the bars and clubs are open now, but at limited capacity. And I'm sure that other states individually are going to do the same at some point. And it makes me think when these bands that come and book these club shows or littler venue shows, are they going to come now that it's open, even though it'll be less there? But I'm not one to go out each week at the bar and drink and all like that. But live music, I'm waiting on live music.
Yeah, I don't know.
Miss my live music.
I don't know how they're going to keep people apart, far enough apart.
Yeah, because
to
you're
actually
all
do
going to
it.
want to go to the front, right?
Right,
Like
right.
you don't want. I don't know.
I got my vaccination. My first
Oh,
one.
you did?
Hey, there you go. Good,
Aw.
excellent.
I may be the only one in the bar, though.
That's
Because I'm the only one old enough to do it.
and a private
Yeah.
show. Then that's good. A private show.
There.
Yeah.
Everybody else is younger than me. So
I work with kids
I
in
hit
school.
that age
They're-
group.
Speaking as a bar band guy, before we went into lockdown, we were actually, I think it was December. There was a bar, there was an agent that was gonna book us, and we were ready to go. We sold tickets and all this kind of thing, and what they were proposing there was, the limited seating, everybody sitting down kind of thing. We were going to be apparently behind plexiglass.
Whoa.
Yeah. And and they had a house PA and they had a sound guy and all of that sort of thing. So that was kind of all right that way. But the thing is, though, I don't know. I mean, people are. I guess they would just sit and watch because nobody could get up and dance,
Right.
because they'd be within the 6 feet. You're supposed
I don't.
You'd have to wear body condoms for that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and as a bar band guy, I
Hashtag.
mean, that's the worst gig you ever want to play. You're just
I have.
everybody's sitting. It's like
I have seen some stuff where they have like these little, almost look like little pens. Where they have like 4 or 5 people.
Yes, I've
And
seen
they're
that.
outside. They're
Mhm.
they're scattered around, and I guess you can do that. But still, it's I don't know.
That's
I
all
don't-
the restaurants near me. Little pods with heaters.
Right.
Yes. That's
Well, with the
your- yeah.
plexiglass too, then you don't have to worry about getting bottles thrown at you either.
So-
Heck.
some
There
people
you
do
go.
Well, I mean,
Drummers been plastic before, right?
Only in the
I was
South.
gonna say, church,
some-
Baptist church has been using plexiglass forever.
And drummers and
Drummers.
some like
Yeah.
some like TV, like talk shows and stuff, the drummers always got plexiglass in front of them, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Well, a lot of my buddies around here play at like a local Baptist church near here, and it's all the guitar, the bass, the cabinet for like the B3 organ. They have an original B3, and the drummer are all like cordoned off in separate plexiglass things. And you'd be amazed. It's that real thick stuff like that great grandma, they call it, or something. But it cuts down on a lot, probably 30 or 40% of the volume easy.
well, I'm sure, man.
You
You know? I don't know. I can't wait for live music either, Tea-Cake, man.
I know.
Me
Really.
too.
I can't wait to make it.
Well, you're making it. We just got to see it now.
Yeah.
Live.
Next week is a year for me since I've been at an open mic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It has been.
And it seems like 2, right?
In a year.
Seems like 2 years.
March 17th will be 1 year since my last show.
Wow.
One freaking year.
Actually,
And
March
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 17th.
16th was the first day I was closed my work down because I work with kids in a school. Our last day was Friday the 13th.
Ooh. Yeah. That was a bad one. Friday the 13th in 2020 was a bad one.
Yeah. And they told us we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Let's show everybody what we're going to give away here later in the show.
I don't even know what band we're talking about. I don't think we announced that. Did we?
The Cockroaches?
Yes. Yes, folks, it's the Beatles.
Yeah, let's talk some.
Nice George Harrison pick. Nice.
Signature.
Yeah.
The ohm symbol, is that, or is that something else? No, something else.
That's the
That's the Harrison thing he's got on his little.
from that famous Yogi, right?
Ah.
Now this guitar pick is this. He passed in 01, and in 02 they came out. They had the box set, and they released it, and it had goodies inside it, a little whatever, and this guitar pick. And so this guitar pick was in that 02 box set, and we're going to give it away later in the show.
Man, that's going to be nice.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice. What so because you're showing that pic, Tony, I know you always get stuff every week. What have you gotten this week?
Always getting new stuff.
What new stuff have you picked up, man?
Let me be brief here, but I always new stuff. New Great White stuff.
Cool.
More Great White stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one.
And even more Great White stuff.
Foo Fighters.
Dave
Foo Fighters.
Grohl.
Oh, cool.
I love the Foo Fighters, man. Can't believe they've been out so long.
I know, right?
Last name that is. Dude.
Oh,
Iron Maiden.
Hey.
Now, is that embossed? Because the lines look super clean.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's embossed. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's nice.
What else here? What else?
That's like a. Oh,
Right. That's cool.
That's awesome.
You're off.
You always get the best stuff, Tony.
Couple more here. George Strait from his Vegas thing last year, and a number of these Crocus.
Oh wow.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's one place I've never been is Vegas. I want to go, but I've never been.
No, I've never been there
Happy
either.
birthday to Adrian Smith.
Yeah,
I was supposed to go for work training one year, and then it got canceled.
Wasn't it George Harrison's birthday recently too?
Yeah, Ben Coombs post. I can't highlight the chat.
Oh, okay.
But Tony can. Yeah, somewhere Ben Coombs said that. Happy birthday to George.
Yeah, just recently had one. Okay.
Adrian.
And Adrian Smith today.
Yeah, nice, Adrian.
Yeah.
There
Cool.
it is.
Nice.
Very cool.
Music Therapy Laz, you're not late. Thanks for showing up, man.
What's going on, Laz?
And
Hey,
Ben,
Laz.
hey Ben. Now that your name is mentioned. Hey, Ben.
Well, Laz will appreciate this. We read a story in school this week, and the woman's they were calling her Bubby, and she wore a babushka, and she was making nut rolls and stuff. And I was like, oh, it's like my grandmother.
Hello,
man.
Ben. Nice to see you, dude.
What's up, Ben?
Nelson Rodriguez. Hey, buddy.
So, Hack, how long you been into Beatles? When did you first discover them? If you
Oh, the
remember?
Beatles.
Yeah,
Oh boy,
I know it's a tough question because
that's a long time. It's
I
been
know, I know.
forever.
Right.
Like,
It seems like it, right? It seems like when you
Forever.
remember your first musical experience, that
When I
has to
got-
be there.
I mean, when I really started, reading books on them and stuff, and really learning about them was, I guess I would have been in my teens, late teens, early,
Hey, Mike.
and I mean, they're phenomenal. I mean, what can you say about the Beatles? The greatest
I
friggin'
know.
band ever, right?
Yeah.
The best composers, the best writers, the best,
Yeah.
everything. I mean, the only band I would comparable to me with the Beatles, like in the same ballpark, would be like a Led Zeppelin.
No.
That'd be it.
They are, I don't even think that, Hack. I think that they are a step above,
Oh yeah.
step in the Stones. They're in a class by themselves.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put them in the same sense as the Stones. Let's not go there. But
Yeah.
and I think they're a higher echelon of music. I mean, I've known classical
Totally.
musicians that were total snobs, didn't listen to any metal, hard rock, anything, but they respected and listened to the Beatles, but that was the only rock band they would listen to.
Yeah.
And I asked them, I said, why? I asked this one woman, she was a pianist or a violinist. And I said, why? What's the thing? And she said, because they follow classical rules of harmony and rhythm and like how to write a melody and do it right. And,
and the amazing part is they zero training, right?
Right.
Like
that's what's crazy.
it was.
They know how to end a song.
Yep.
Yeah. It was,
Yes, they do.
And when to end it, not
That's
to go
very
on.
important.
Yeah.
Not.
That's one of my requirements. You need to be able to end a song and to recognize when a song is ending and how to end it by the vocal cues.
Yep.
And all the other cues that you may not have, you have to feel it, and they felt it.
And they made it look easy, because it's not an easy thing to get everybody to stop at the same time,
Well, and even like the beginning, like if you, I don't know what's his name, Chris Buck, Friday Fretworks just did a video about dissecting some of their studio stuff. He's done a couple, and the layered parts of stuff you don't hear till you separate all of it. And people are like, oh, like on a Hard Day's Night, like the beginning of it. Oh, you need a certain guitar and amp to get that sound. No, you need like 8 instruments all blended together just perfectly, And then when he did that and dissected it, it sounded just like the record. So it was genius in the way they like layered it. I mean, it's crazy.
It's I think my first experience with the Beatles was Yellow Submarine, to be quite honest, because as a kid, it was on TV all the time, and it's like, oh, this is cool. Oh, hey, I like that music. You're a kid, and then you go, what else did they make? It's like, oh boy.
Well, that
Right.
Well, me, I was 11 years old or 12 when the Beatles first came out. And when Ed Sullivan was on,
Yeah.
when they were on Ed Sullivan, I was maybe 12. And I got this album when I was 12.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow, that's awesome.
Hold that up, Janice.
And Janice, what was your first impression of them?
Excuse
Do you
me?
remember? What was your first impression as like a young person, only 12 years old? Like, what was your experience?
Oh, we were going nuts.
Yeah.
We went crazy. And Hard Day's Night came out, and it was playing in the movies. And we were going to the movies, and we're standing on the chairs, and we're screaming at the movie.
Oh, wow.
And we sat there for 3 or 4 sittings. You get in there and saw the movie 3 or 4 times in one day.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
12, 13 years old. Going nuts for the
Wow.
Beatles.
They had a huge impact right off the bat.
man.
That's what
They were
It's-
viral and didn't even know it.
they were big time viral.
If you think about
Got it.
like
Yeah, the Beatles cards.
Yeah.
I have my story about the Beatles cards. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, the Beatles fan cards, you know.
Yes.
I used to carry them with me all the time. I had them all taped up, and I had the John Lennon was my favorite card, and he was with his towel around his head, and I had him, all sitting there in school at my desk, and my teacher punished me one day by taking away my Beatle cards.
Oh no.
Oh,
And for the whole day, I couldn't have my Beatle cards with me. And that was torture.
Yeah.
You still have those cards, Janice?
No, I gave them away to one of the neighbors. I really should have kept them.
Yeah, shoulda.
Were you gonna say something, Hack?
oh, yeah, I mean, I was just gonna talk about like if you think about like I mean, why they're so great and why we're still talking about them. I mean, just think for a minute about their progression, right? They started off. I mean, their first single was "Love Me Do," and they went from that. I mean, every record. I mean, they basically were a pop band, and there was a million pop bands doing what they were doing in the day, right? But they slowly overtook them. I mean, by the time they got 3-4 albums in, there's that whole transformation: Rubber Soul, Revolver, evolving into Sgt. Pepper, and the White Album, which was almost like a 4 individual solo album. I mean, just the progression and the development of the band was unprecedented. And then you got George, who was only getting
Can you highlight Janice? There, thank you. There you go.
George only getting 1 or 2 songs on each record. I mean, and any other band, George would have written the entire album. And then you see all the stuff that George puts out on All Things Must Pass, his first solo record. And you're like, holy shit, look at all this amazing music. I mean, that's a once in a lifetime that you get a collection of guys. Yeah, I have that record. A collection of guys.
$2.99, no way.
$2.99 and still in the package. Nice.
Well, no, I play it. I sing to it.
Cool.
$2.99.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right, Hack. It's just they span everything. From when they started to
every phase. They were like a pop band, like a teeny bopper band. But they outgrew that so quickly, man. And then they started appealing to the younger adults, the older folks, the whole and then you got to see like George Martin obviously played a major role.
Yeah.
And them meeting him, and in terms of especially later on when they wanted to start incorporating things like strings and horn sections, but the thing is, he was, but who's writing the parts? Who's coming up with the parts? These untrained guys. It's like,
I know.
I mean, it blows your freaking mind, right?
They're definitely born to do it. You know?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And then, when they started to get older and started to lose the teeny bopper thing, the whole thing where they kind of invented the monkeys to try to keep the younger kids
exactly
interested and stuff like that. And so, I think that was kind of cool because then the Beatles could start to do their more, they all grew mustaches. They all,
they wanted
beards and all that stuff. Right.
Yeah, they want to get the hell out of it. I mean, the fact that they couldn't perform anymore,
right?
Because it was just too nuts. It's like, okay, we're just going to be a studio band.
I know.
Well, they were one of the first ones. They were playing 20-watt amps live, and you got huge crowds, more than they expected, and more noise, more young girls, and so they were one of the first ones to start using 100-watt amps.
Right, and even then, it was tough to hear. I told some of the guys backstage, but my dad, who's a retired NYPD cop, was at the last show at Shea Stadium in
Nice.
'66. August 23rd, 1966. He was there, and some of the stories he's told me is it was just he couldn't hear anything. I mean, there was hundreds of cops there, and he couldn't hear anything. But it was just like he said, it was surreal just to see them. It's amazing.
I mean, it was frustrating as hell for them too, because they're playing their songs and they could have played anything.
I know. No one you couldn't hear everything except screaming.
Couldn't hear anything they were doing, right?
Right.
Super frustrating.
Yeah.
All the other albums that I have are pretty much mundane. Beatles 6 and all that kind of stuff, love songs. But this is the only one that I show now. It's going to be,
nice.
To stand out, something new.
Yep. There you go.
I do a couple of songs on that.
Cool.
And I do have some John Lennon albums and, stuff like that. But that's about it for the albums. I'm sure that you guys have Julian Lennon, but that's about it. Shaved Fish I have. That's about it. For the albums.
That's cool.
Everybody has the other ones, but these are standouts.
Speaking of Julian Lennon, you're going to see a Julian Lennon guitar pick later on. I've got
cool.
one of those.
Really?
Nice.
Yep, I do.
He doesn't perform anymore either. Isn't he like a photographer or something?
I hadn't heard nothing out of him in ages. Right?
Yeah, he stopped.
He stopped. Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, I think he just got too. It got too much for him. But the pressure, I think, too.
Oh yeah. I mean,
so I don't
John
know.
Lennon's son. Come on.
I know. That's got to be tough.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I do have one more thing that I want to show, though.
Okay.
Sure. What you got?
Oops, here.
Wow.
In his own right. Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, right.
So-
I've heard of that book. I have heard of that.
1964. I got this in 1964.
Book. Ah,
Wow.
okay.
Wait, he didn't sign it for you?
No, but it is the first pressing.
Yeah, nice.
It is very old. And here's one thing that maybe be interesting to Sandra. Here's one of the poems that he wrote. Good Dog Nigel.
Nice. There you go.
Oh, he drew a picture.
Let's get little pictures too. Cool.
His drawings, yes.
Very cool.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful. It really is.
It's kind of hard to really orient myself here with this camera.
Yeah, it's hard.
No worries. It's all good.
But that's really, I've done what I wanted to do. So thank you so much for indulging me.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for
Cool
sharing
stuff.
everything.
Yeah,
Definitely cool.
coolness.
I was looking at some Beatles facts because there's so many out there, and they've sold over 2 billion albums worldwide, and that was I think that was like in 2 billion with a B, and I think that was like 2019 numbers.
Yeah,
so I don't even know what they are
those
now.
numbers on those guys, they outreach everybody else in the music business.
They've been on the
They
Billboard charts for 1,278 weeks.
They sold an album to 1 in every 4 humans on the earth.
Yeah.
Like, you ever watch a video where it compares what 1 million versus 1 billion actually looks like?
Yes, and they've sold
That's
over 2
insane.
billion.
2 billion?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
The Beatles.
I don't know.
But like 1 out of every 4 humans on the entire earth has bought their album, essentially.
I had a question for Hack and Janice since they know more Beatles stuff than me. Do you know what Beatles song has been covered the most?
Yesterday.
Oh Jesus!
No hesitation.
You know how many times?
Wow.
That would be better. No.
I used to know this.
It's a lot. It's not only their most covered song; it's the most covered song.
Yeah, it's the most. Yeah, it's the most.
I haven't heard one of them. Who discovered them?
I don't know, but 3,000 bands or artists have
3,000.
over 3,000. Yeah, over 3,000 covers. But
I guess we could look that up, right?
isn't that amazing?
That song was
that's
Scrambled
insanity.
Eggs. Had a working
Yeah.
title of Scrambled Eggs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's and when I read that, I was like, holy cow.
And there's the thing, right? There's Paul McCartney, like they would come up. I mean, I've seen so many things. Anyways, one of the things Paul McCartney would say is, I'd be sitting there and he would hear a melody in his head and it would sound so familiar that he would think that the song already existed. And Yesterday was one of those songs, right? It's
right. Yeah.
Who's done this? Somebody must have done this.
Well, it's like that, and imagine too, kind of like that. But Yesterday more so,
Didn't he say he walked? Maybe it wasn't Yesterday. One of the songs he walked around in his head for like 5 or 6 months with it because he thought that has to be a song by someone else. And he said, I didn't want to put it down on tape until I knew it was not someone else's song. Because if I spent that much energy like building this melody and this song up, I'd be devastated if they're like, "Oh yeah, that's this band song."
See what Halfay said? It's been covered 5 times since the question.
Yeah, right.
He's probably right.
Yeah, maybe.
That's funny.
You may be right.
Man.
You can kick me out of here.
Where are you going? You gonna play with the chat? You gonna play in the chat? Okay.
Yeah.
Last said it was one of the first ones we learned to play on guitar.
We'll see you later.
You are out of here.
I have a little bit of a list here.
What you got?
Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson, Ray Charles, Bob Dylan and George Harrison in 1970, Elvis Presley, Aretha Franklin, and Frank Sinatra.
Wow.
And let's see who else. I don't see anything there that has any kind of a list. Oh, Marianne Faithfull, Matt Monroe.
That's crazy.
When they first came over here, they were already going there and they had music there. But like Hack said, they re-released in the U.S. Love Me Do. They came over, were immediately on American Ed Sullivan TV, but I didn't know this, but that TV show came on each week. It was a once-a-week show. They were on there that next week also.
Yeah, they were on multiple times, right?
3 times.
3 times?
Oh, really? Okay.
You guys were like trying to figure it out, and Janice is like, I was there. I know. Like I lived.
I was watching it.
I didn't want to interrupt. Like, why don't you just ask Janice? She's gonna know.
And it said when they showed John Lennon, when they highlighted all the guys, John Lennon came on, and then they had something on the bottom of the screen. Sorry, girls, he's married.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a
just
secret.
like broke your heart when you saw that.
Well,
to be a secret.
Them coming up at the time that they did, if you look at the music scene at the time, who'd you have then, Hack? You had Elvis and who else?
Bob
the
Dylan
US?
was around, right? Bob
Big
Dylan,
names?
maybe?
Right.
Well, in the you had Elvis, of course, right? But
Everly Brothers.
yeah, you had the Everly
Motown
Brothers.
Sound.
The Motown stuff. I'm drawing a blank now. I had one on the tip of my tongue, and now it's gone.
Buddy Holly.
Big Bopper.
Rick Hefner, I have an answer for you. Yes,
Rick Hefner?
they did sing in German at the early shows in Germany, and that was the movie Backbeat. That was the story of Stu Sutcliffe.
Yep.
In his love story with Astrid
R2.
Kircher.
Yeah.
And that's how he left the band, stayed with her, and he died of a brain tumor. Stu Sutcliffe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
And the haircuts and the look.
was fantastic.
The haircuts and the look that they had was all from Germany, from when they hung around with Astrid.
Yep.
That's where they got the leather jackets, and then they were posing. You know those famous pictures when they're like in like I guess there's like old cars and stuff.
That was Astrid taking the pictures.
That was exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's
And
when they developed their whole
she
hair.
was going out with Klaus Bormann.
Yeah.
And then Stu stole her away from Klaus.
Yeah.
Now, Hack, I had heard about this in the past, so I know you're a much bigger fan and way more knowledgeable about it than me. So, when they were in Germany, weren't they playing like a crazy amount of gigs? Like, isn't that where they really got their chops?
Yeah. Reeperbahn, I think it's called. They were playing multiple shows a night.
Wow.
That's
right?
crazy.
Like they went there and they were kind of half-assed, but they played so much, so many shows, and they got so tight, and their musicianship rose. And the thing is, they kept playing the same songs over and over and over again, right? They were just doing your straight ahead rock and roll. It was all 1-4-5, you know, all that kind of stuff. And they were running out of ideas to entertain the audience, like, you know what I mean? And they were trying to keep themselves not getting bored, and they were sleeping in like the upstairs of the club in like a very dank space with like a hallway down the hall.
That's the movie.
Yeah.
That's the movie Backbeat. It showed all that stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's insane. I'm looking at more facts, and there's
That's dedication.
Best movie in the world. I loved it.
30% of the streaming that is online now is 18 to 24-year-olds. So that's they're still, kids are still listening to it, which is amazing to me. You know?
One thing, I mean, I don't do a lot of intelligent things, but this thing I did, and I'm going to take credit for it. When my daughter was young enough that she got her first MP3 player, and it was her first exposure to music, so she would have been like 7 or 8 years old, something like that. She got her first MP3 player. I took that MP3 player and I've loaded it with nothing but Beatles.
Cool.
And she's 18 now.
Nice choice.
And she's got a Beatles on her wall. And she's a massive Beatles fan. So I'm like, you know what? Before you hear before you hear a bunch of garbage, just start you with this. And it worked. So she's got amazing taste in music too, man. She listens to Motown, all that stuff, old R&B stuff, you know. She's got a really nice, very, thank God.
Well, her dad's an awesome musician, so.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't like any of my stuff.
Well, and her uncle too.
Her uncle is a very awesome musician. I'll give that. I'll agree to. But yeah,
nice hat you gave me here, Hack. I love this cat, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, the hats are cool.
Any of you guys or anybody in the chat know how this band got their name?
I do.
You do? You, Janice?
Not really, no.
There's a lot of theories out there.
I might have, but I might have lost some brain cells in the process of my life.
I think I know.
Well, I think you were kind of alluding to it earlier, but it had to do with Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
Right.
So
they
like the Crickets. They were first called the Silver Beatles.
Right.
And then they reduced it down to the Beatles.
Well, there was Long John and the Silver Beatles too, right? I think at the beginning as well. Before that, even.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, because John was sort of like the leader.
Right.
And
then they shortened it to the Silver Beatles.
Because the whole formation of the Beatles, it all came from John's skiffle group, and he wanted better players. So, he got Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney got his buddy George Harrison.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, so he still remained at that point. He was still kind of the leader of the band, right?
Right. And then didn't he change the spelling of regular Beatles because of the beat?
They changed the spelling, yeah.
Because they wanted to be more like a beat,
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, dear Lord.
Hey, Quentin, do you have pants on? I doubt.
Quentin.
I'm wearing Quentin colors today.
No pants,
Quentin.
half a cigarette, and happy pills.
You want to do it?
Thanks, Rick. Rick loves his hack hat. Thank you.
Yeah, I love my hat hack too. Absolutely. So my first experience with the Beatles, I'm a child of the 80s, so you know my musical taste, but my first experience really as a 8, 9 year old kid really liking music. My parents had all those albums, and I was exposed to all those albums and songs. But the first Beatles stuff, if you want to call it Beatles, that I really liked was actually Wings,
Okay.
You're right.
Yep.
Band on the Run. That
Yeah.
was my first experience that I liked.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great too, man. You know, those songs are really good.
Like
Yeah.
where I started digging into the Beatles, not so much the early pop stuff, but like the Rubber Soul and Revolver period onward. That's where I got into them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Revolver is still, I don't know, one of my favorite albums of all time. You know, and because at that point they were still a rock band. They were a rock band, and then it's after that they started incorporating this more of the strings and the arrangements and everything else, right? But up to that point, they were a rock band. I mean, the songs they were writing were always killer.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, there is not a bad Beatles song.
No, there really isn't.
You know, and the deep cuts are good. You know, and yeah, there's not like a Beatles song that's just garbage. I mean, their worst song is better than most bands' best song. You know.
Sure.
I went and saw McCartney. He played a big outdoor show in Raleigh. And this, I want to say it was about 89 or 90. I went and watched him. I was way, way, way in the back in the top. And I don't know how many's there, 80,000. And, but that's the only time I've ever seen any of those guys.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Paul McCartney. Never saw Paul.
I mean, I saw Ringo Starr when he acted in that movie Caveman. That was hilarious. I don't know if you remember
his
that.
wife, Barbara.
Yeah,
Bach.
I know Barbara Bach. Yeah. I mean, they're funny dudes. They were funny dudes, you know, all the time, just goofing around, joking around.
Yeah,
but
I think was he the first one to make a movie. I think he was Magic Christian, right? I think that was Peter Sellers. I think he was the first one to start making movies, and John Lennon was in a movie too.
Yeah,
the name of it right now, but I know he did a movie.
I mean, and there's a lot of references. There's a lot of songs that's been played in movies too. You know,
those movies were at that time. You had Elvis making a bunch of movies, and Beatles made their share of them. They actually did have that cartoon a couple of years that it ran.
Yeah.
On the weekend in the morning. Yeah,
they made the band movies, but then they started, well, like I said, Ringo started making movies on his own, and John Lennon did the one. I don't think Paul ever made a movie on his own during the Beatle time. I don't think he
did. Probably not. I don't know.
I don't think George did either. It's those two guys.
What's your take, Hack, when there was a point in time after like 66 where it was no more live shows, and their last show in the US was actually like 66 Candlestick Park.
Well,
what's your take on those last couple of albums and getting on up next to like Abbey Road and then Let It Be at the end?
Well, Let It Be was that was a record that was shelved. And then
I didn't know that.
Phil Spector came back in and produced it.
Wow.
Right? And that's why and to this day they still bitch about it. You know, they don't like it because it's too much on there, because he did that whole wall of sound thing on that record.
Yeah.
right? And if you look, because there are alternate versions of the Long and Winding Road and such, right, where they're like more, just a keyboard and a vocal, and but he just pounded everything into that, right? Because that's what he was known for, and I know that at least Paul McCartney, I've read interviews and I've heard interviews with him, and he's like, yeah, he came in and just to get that record done, and he ruined it. They weren't happy with that one. So if you think about it, really, Abbey Road was the last band approved album.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, and like we were saying before, that a lot of songs have been featured in movies. My son's 18, Hack. So, and when he was born, my wife loved the song.
Janice.
Loved the song "Beautiful Boy."
I love that too.
And so she used to when she was pregnant with him, she used to play that on headphones on her stomach to him all the time.
I did the same thing for my kids.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know what made me remember that, but probably when you were talking about your daughter with music. But yeah,
that's
Janice
awesome.
just showed the picture of Abbey Road. I was there.
Yeah, you were.
I was there.
It's on Tom's thing too.
We went when we were we were in London, and we were only there for like a day and a half. And I said, "There's no way in hell I can leave this place without going Abbey Road." And of course, it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right?
You got any shots of you walking across the street?
They had a thing at the time where you walk across, and they had a camera set up, and then they would email you the photo. But I don't know what the hell happened. We never got the photo or whatever. And then there was a guy there that was telling everybody, and I don't know if he was telling the truth or not. He's like, "That's not where they crossed the road."
No.
Not, because they have that, the pattern on the road. I don't know what they call that, the crosswalk.
Right.
And they said, that's not, they moved it. It used to be over there, and then they moved it over here, whatever. But you know what? The funny thing was, like, that is an active road. So, I mean, people are trying to get by. And imagine, they're every time, goddamn tourists.
I'd be annoyed.
Get down the road, right?
Imagine all the people.
Those white lines are here, and I'm going to take the picture here, buddy.
We went to...
Damn tourist.
And then, of course, we went to Abbey Road Studios, which is not... It's not a massive building. It's just, it's all gated off, and, you can't get right up to the building, right? But everybody writes, like the whole wall. Like it's real hard to find a blank spot to put your name or the date or engraved, and there's all these messages and stuff engraved on the wall to Abbey Road. So I have pictures of Abbey Road Studios from outside.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
My niece says 1970 for the Hey Jude album. That's the year I graduated high school, 1970.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say how old I was in 1970.
Yeah, I'm not either. I was definitely single digits.
1970, I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Tony, you're the same age, I think.
All right, I was two. I'm sorry, I was two. Tom's still the baby, though. Yeah, you weren't even born yet. Tom wasn't born.
He was a thought.
No, not for like another almost 7 years.
It's all good.
I can't believe how old I am.
All up here.
Age is just a number, Janice.
Besides the point, I can't believe that I'm old enough to be Rhett Shule's mother.
Yes.
His mother's mother.
Oh, he's younger, isn't he?
His mother was born in 1974, and I was 22 years old when his mother was born.
Okay, yeah.
That freaks me out.
My mom's around your age.
Yeah, you can't think about that stuff.
But
don't think about that.
No, you get hurt. No, don't do that.
Well, I mean, it's all relative. It's
It is.
really
It's how you
it
feel
can
and all
go in
that
your
stuff.
head.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But,
My
some-
mom and I talk on the phone every day. She's like my best friend. We're like in my head the same age, pretty much. It's
my mom's 77 years old, and I talk to her all the time, and it's the same thing. We're best buddies.
I'm close enough in age to my mom that we have a lot of the same references. But plus things that like I love when I was a kid, she has that reference because she was experiencing with me as a parent. You know what I mean? Kind of like stuff like I still love SpongeBob, not because SpongeBob was great, but because with my son when he was little, that's what we watched every day.
Dude, I still like the Wiggles because that same kind of thing.
Yeah, you have memories.
Yeah,
it's Bugs Bunny for me.
I watch a lot of Bugs Bunny too.
Bugs Bunny was my favorite as a kid.
Oh yeah, but you can't watch that now. Yeah,
it holds up.
You can't. It definitely holds up, but they wouldn't play stuff like that now.
They cleaned them up. Yeah,
it's
you
very
yeah.
You have to get the originals. Mancuda can direct you to the originals. You have to buy the originals on like eBay or something.
Not politically.
He was telling me he bought them.
Guys.
Yes, sir.
I just remembered I would keep newspapers on whatever historical dates in history as a kid. Let me be right back. You guys carry on for just a second, and I will be right back.
All right.
All right.
We'll talk amongst ourselves.
How about favorite Beatle album, or if you're not familiar with the full album, Beatles song?
That is so hard. How can you? I mean, I would have to say probably the same as you, Hack, with Revolver, because my favorite song, Yellow Submarine's on that album. So, isn't it? Or is it not?
I don't think so.
Well, let me look. Now I got to look, man. Now I got to look.
All right, now you make me look.
It could have been a. Oh no, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, I'm Only Sleeping, Love You Too, Here, There, and Everywhere, Yellow Submarine, She Said, Good Day Sunshine. That's an awesome song too.
I used to cover She Said with my band when I was in college.
Yep.
I love that song.
So it says released on August 5th, 66, accompanied by the double A-side single Eleanor Rigby and Yellow Submarine. So maybe that's why, because it was like a double A-side. But I don't know. There's so many good ones. What about you, Janice? Do you have a favorite album?
Not really, no.
No, it's really hard to pick one, right?
My fascination with the Beatles didn't last very long because the Rolling Stones came around, Sonny and Cher came around, the Yardbirds, all the people in the Beatles kind of like fell into the background with me.
Right. I mean, I just have a lot of like Revolution, Blackbird, Paperback Writer, We Can Work It Out, Here Comes the Sun, Help, all of them. There's so many good ones.
I'm looking at the playlist for Revolver, or the songs on it, and there's that song at the very end that's just a drone. It's in C. It's just a drone in C. It's got backwards guitar on it. And it's relax your mind and float downstream. It's called Tomorrow Never Knows.
Tomorrow Never Knows. Yeah,
I love that song. It's literally a drone in C. Yeah, the whole song. But
a lot of like bluesy kind of Hendrixy people covered that.
Yep,
it's a great tune.
In fact, Hendrix might have done that live. I don't remember.
I mean, and all of their songs aren't very long. They're like 2-3 minutes, 3 minutes
pop songs. Yeah.
Radio friendly time, right?
Right. There was one piece of trivia that I read that I forget what song it was, but one of the last note or the last chord was like 42 seconds long. That song was that?
Day in the Life.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it just went
on. And the sounds to me, like doing stuff like cranking up the preamp on the actual console so much that you're overdriving it, and then actually taking, whether or not it happened, but some of this, maybe did not happen or happened, but like stuff like razors to speakers, you know, to get a fuzz sound and like stuff like that. I mean, I think some people forget their music was so good they forget that they were really innovators of sound as well.
You got
wow, you have that one.
Wow.
It was 1980?
1980.
Yeah.
December, right? December 8th?
December 9th.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Killed by Screwball, it says.
Yep. Oh, yeah, it's true. That was my father-in-law's birthday, December 9th.
You know, got an autograph from him like a couple hours earlier.
Another Beatle thing we had to do when we were in New York is I went to oh no, I'm blanking out. The Dakota building. We saw the building, and then in Central Park, my daughter took pictures beside it. He's got that mural in Central Park.
Right.
Had to
That's cool.
Yep, love the Beatles, man.
You can. There's a story for probably every person out there, even if they don't know it. They have a Beatles story. You know, it'll come around to a Beatles story somewhere.
And you know what? As a bar band,
yeah,
you got to play Beatles.
Yeah,
you know, we do Hard Day's Night actually, and Twist and Shout sometimes. You know, doesn't matter. It's like it's ageless. It'll always go over. People always want to hear it.
It's funny. Some of them, like Hard Day's Night, when I was younger, were not my favorites. Not that I didn't like them, but not my favorites from them. And they're some of my more favorite songs now. You know, it's like my taste can maybe flip-flopped on a lot of that.
Yeah, your taste will change over time for sure.
Yeah. But I love Rubber Soul. I love, like, you know, of course you got Norwegian Wood, but like Nowhere Man or In My Life. That's one of my. I mean, it's hard to pick any, but that is one of my.
So Fool on the Hill on that too.
Let me see. I don't remember. I'm trying to think. What else is on there? Let me see. Let me look at here. Drive My Car. You Won't See Me. Think Yourself, Michelle. Girl in My Life. I don't think it's on there. Norwegian Wood, Nowhere Man. In My Life, it goes on the word. No, not on that one.
Has any of you guys
It's on Magical Mystery Tour. That's the one.
Okay.
Any of you guys ever gone to watch the Broadway thing, Beatlemania?
Beatlemania, no.
No.
I hadn't either.
There's like I had Mitch Weissman, who was in the original New York production of Beatlemania.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And if you can Google it or Google YouTube it or whatever you want to call it, and they have a couple of, I mean, it's very old footage, but there's old footage of the original Beatlemania.
Oh, really?
Advertisements and, you know, like shows about it and how it came about and the audition process. And
yeah,
it's funny, man. There's
polyethylene pan.
Because it was an open audition, right? It was an open audition, so they had you know, it's almost like it's a not Star Search. What's that show? American Idol before American Idol. So folks were coming in that were positive that they could sing and play, right?
Yeah.
And you're seeing some of these guys, and you're thinking, oh my god, because it was an open audition. They had everybody and their nephew coming in to do this, right?
That's awesome.
Some of them were really, really bad, like really bad.
I don't know.
That's okay. Check it out. You should. It's an interesting watch.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
YouTube Beatlemania.
What's remarkable? Not so much remarkable, but all of my musical heroes and influences, and you know who they are. You can go down the list, and they'll say that these guys were their influences. That's why they do what they do.
Oh,
every single one of them.
Yeah, that Ed Sullivan show launched like 1,000 bands or more.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like you just said, Tony, it just goes right back to them. You know,
Everything comes back to the beat. You got it.
Hey, Tony. And to tie it to the Beatles, you know, I got to tie the Van Halen part into the Beatles. So how about Van Halen? How about in rehearsal doing "We Can Work It Out"?
Yeah.
They used to do that a lot.
They needed to work out a lot, though.
Well,
Ross said the same thing. I wanted to do this from the first time I sat and watched them on Ed Sullivan.
Yep.
Yeah, so they were like the first generation of rock bands were kind of, because if you think about it, well, I won't say the Beatles was, I guess, not the very first rock band, but the first pop band that evolved into a rock band, right? One of the first, anyway. And so they launched all the guys that we love, you know, Van Halen, and I mean, all down the line. And then there's that next generation of bands that it wasn't the Beatles. It was some band from the 70s that launched them. It just keeps going, right?
Right.
But it all leads back to
you keep asking who influenced you, and eventually it's the Beatles.
It leads back to the Beatles, yeah. But in terms of a band, to have like 4, because they were a huge influence. You threw your Van Halen, I'll throw my Kiss in. They were a huge influence on Kiss. Kiss was like, we don't want one front man. We want 4 equals. We can all sing. We can all write songs. And that was sort of the Beatles was like the first band to do that. Have 4 guys that, were equal parts, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Where is Janice? Janice went to go get something.
I don't know.
She's still looking, I presume.
Yeah.
Either that or she turned into a Stratocaster.
She'll be back. Yeah.
I meant Tony. She's there. You can't see her, right, Brendan? Right, Hack? No,
yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, she's been waiting to talk, Tony. You can't see her.
See, she's right there. See, she's right
there.
Hi, Janice.
Hey, Janice.
Welcome back, Janice.
Welcome back.
How to find my guy's glasses?
It's all good.
Okay. Tony just didn't want to move on without you. He wanted to wait for you. That's all.
Oh, thank you so much. I got a Mike and Ike's.
Oh, I love those.
Nice. Before we dive into trivia, I'm gonna show some of these guitar picks in the collection here. Yeah. Yep. So let me change cameras here. And all right.
Nice.
Paul McCartney. Speaking of Paul McCartney, he influenced, my favorite band's bassist, which is Rush. So
there you go.
Just it all goes back to it,
Yeah.
I mean, I think Rush is like that too. They're pretty much equal, just in their own instrument, in their own way.
I like that
one. That was a cool one, Tony.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Some of the I really love his bass playing on the Sgt. Pepper record, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, some of the lines he's playing.
Definitely, I don't think he gets enough credit for,
he's playing it as a melodic instrument. I mean,
right.
Before that, it was just guys thumping out a walking bass line or just
playing the bass out of whatever chord the guitarist was playing, right?
Yeah, from the roots, right? Yeah,
playing the root.
And this guy's playing a whole, and it's like a compositional bass playing. I mean, and that is the. I don't think Geddy ever plays a freaking root. I mean, he's always going
right, always.
Wow, that's cool. That was awesome. A 5-headed horse or something.
Nice.
Jack Bruce is another one, right?
Yeah. That's cool.
That
wow.
is cool. Those are some that are going in the house safe, right, Tony? Those picks.
Yeah, these.
Nice.
I don't lay these around
Oh, is
the
that
house.
is that the third eye?
No.
I don't know what this actually means, but you see this a lot.
It looks like the
Oh,
third
It's a
eye,
West,
symbol,
it's
which is the dot. Is the
from that there was that yogi
the
that
eye of God.
he was really close with.
You did you're talking about the sitar player Ravi Shankar?
Yeah, no, I don't think
Because they were buddies.
Yeah, but I think it was something else.
I think it was some sort of Indian yogi, right?
Yeah.
Maharishi something.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a yogi.
Yeah.
Maharishi or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
Exactly.
Mahesh, that's it.
Yeah.
Here's one that you may not have seen before, and it's the only one that I've got, and I got it a number of years ago.
And Tom's a tortoise guy. I know Tom's a tortoiseshell guy.
I like that one. Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Julian. Yeah.
Julian Connor. Wow.
Let's get us let's make us a thumbnail here somehow.
There you go.
What do you think?
Sure.
You could keep your thumbnail in the thumbnail if you like, Tony.
That'd be a real thumbnail.
It is a real thumbnail.
I say this every week, but Tony's got the best manicured fingernails. You know,
hey, you gotta be when you're showing pics on the pro level.
In the YouTube community, Tony's got the best fingernails.
Tony could be a hand model. Like
yes, he was. He was in a former life.
Say that.
I've got hands, and you're gonna need it.
I love that episode.
Got to quote Seinfeld every day, at least once.
Yeah.
At least once.
And the way he's handling his hands once they get recognized, he's all like,
he's got the oven mitts on, trying to open the door.
It's very important. It can be neither too hot nor too cold.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Nice. Right. Nice.
All right.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I love the classic soup Nazi too. No soup for you. Come back 2 years.
Hang on a second. I forgot to show you something. My bad. Hang on. I forgot. I forgot these.
What you got?
Daggone it.
What you got?
All right. Hang on. I forgot I had these in here.
Ringo.
Nice.
And this one, whose is this one?
Yep.
That's Colin Hay. Colin Hay is
Men at Work.
Man at Work guy. Yeah.
Yep. He plays a lot of acoustic stuff now, like recently.
Ringo band. He's had so many amazing musicians in that all-star band, like John Waite.
John Waite. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in it. Like
John
Todd Rundgren was in there for a while.
I didn't know that either.
Been there forever.
Yep. That's crazy.
John Waite.
Yeah.
Like the John Waite that we know, the that song is it Tears? Is it Tears? His hit song. He was in the Babies, right? That John Waite?
The Babies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And Bad English too.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, with Neil Sean.
Neil Sean, John Kane, and Dean Castronova. Yeah. And this is just a commemorative one from back after the 1980 album.
That's that famous picture, yeah.
What was the name of that album?
So Two Virgins?
Double Fantasy.
Or Double Fantasy.
Yeah. But that's that. So that's all of them. Yeah. So there we go.
I looked up that symbol. It is the like one of the most common symbols used in yoga. It's an Om.
Yes, transcendental meditation. meditation.
Yeah.
But
I thought that's what it was, considering I've been doing TM for like 15 years.
that's
But
it, buddy.
I didn't want to be wrong, so I had to look it up and make sure
No, you get.
before I said anything.
Don't worry, if you're wrong, someone will tell you
In
the chat or everywhere else.
That's how
I
I
was
do.
looking for Double Fantasy, but you can see I really couldn't find it.
Oh, you got a few albums over
You got
there.
a big collection, yeah.
Wow. I miss my record player. I'm gonna have to get another one.
Yeah,
I really miss
one.
my record player.
I used to have a lot of records, and then I lost them in a move, and I only have probably about 100, 120 somewhere in there now.
I'm doing a show next week, so I had to dig up some vinyl.
Nice.
So man, these records haven't been played in
the cult.
years.
Yeah, nice. What else do you have there?
Well, the show is it's on another YouTube channel. It's called The Perfect Albums. In other words, there's not a bad song on it.
Sure, yeah.
So for me, this would be one of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
What was that one? I can't read it.
Back in Black or the Black and
Black. Yep.
Escape.
100%.
I love Escape.
Yep. I can't see it. Can you put a little closer? It's
Purple Rain?
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Purple,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm not. I need to put my glasses on.
Yeah.
There you
Yep.
go.
Mob Rules. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I would have to agree with all those.
Yep.
Good choices.
Yeah. So guys, let's give away this guitar pick. How?
Yeah, man. Let's give it away. Give it away. Give it away.
Give it away. Give it away. Give it
It's a
away.
really hard question. I couldn't get it. Nobody in the chat, nobody in the panel was able to answer this question. So hopefully you guys know it.
I got it
I'm being
wrong.
very sarcastic.
We're trying to.
But I did get it wrong.
Wikipedia.
I really did get it wrong.
All right, guys. This this George Harrison guitar pick. Now, in 2002, they had the George Harrison box set, and it had goodies inside this O2 box set, including this right here, which we are giving away to one of you guys here now. So if you're the winner, there's an email down below where it says merch. Email me your name and address. I'll mail that George Harrison pick out Monday morning. Good luck to everybody. It's going to happen quickly.
Yeah, it's going to be real quick.
So one question about the Beatles. The first right answer in the chat is iWanna. All right, everybody ready?
Ready. Here we go.
All right.
Chicken dinner.
Here it is, kids. Okay. Can't get my mouse to mouse around.
Would you get the ball out of there and clean it?
I just can't get the mouse.
You don't still have one of those.
He's going to connect the PS2 port back in. No, it's a serial port mount.
No. When all else fails, I do have a touch screen here. All this is touch screen, so
nice.
Yeah.
His real name's Tony Stark.
All right, so here we go, chat. All right, give me this correct answer, and
why are people
mail you
throwing
this
guesses
thing out.
around?
No guesses yet. We got to answer.
You can't guess until it actually comes up. It'll be void.
In 2003, Rolling Stone ranked which album #1 of its list of greatest albums of all time? Which album is it?
Half face.
Half face.
Half face.
Good job,
There
Half
it
face.
is. Half face to the rescue.
Is it half ace or half face?
I think it's half face because he had his icon before was Ace Frehley. Half his face was makeup and half wasn't.
Well, that's what it is now, but he's in a tux,
half
right?
ace. Okay.
It
Half
is
face.
interesting how these pre-question guesses, one of them is right there, and he got it right, dude. You should have waited.
Waited.
You should have just kept your finger on the trigger, dude. There it was. All right, Hal Face.
Oh, there you go, half ace. Yes, I know now what it is.
Half face.
I thought for sure it was things.
All right, Hal Face. I've got your information. You've won here before. I'll mail you this thing out on Monday, dude. Thanks for being here, and thanks everybody for being here. Let's take care of a couple of matters of business here. If any of you guys or gals want a shirt, a Fruitcake Tony shirt, or a Show Me Your Pick hat, they're cool shirts and hats. There's links down below. You can get you one. Yeah, and this guy right here, he handcrafts custom cigar box guitars, and he will
right here.
He will make you one to order.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
They are very nice. He's made a few. He made that one right there.
Sandra's got one.
Sandra's got one, and his links are down below. His email. Email him. He'll make them any way you want, and they are really, really nice. Yeah. So, and also, let's bring in and give some thanks to our lovely co-producer, Sandra Pokorney. There she is.
Thank
There she
you.
is. Hello.
Thank you, Sandra.
Welcome.
Yeah, we appreciate everything you do around here. Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, do not want to let it go unsaid. We appreciate you, dude.
Do that.
Very much appreciate you. Let me give you guys and gals in the chat, and those of you watching on replay, let me give you a little bit of news that I'm not going to tell you about. But
I like how you worded that. Yep.
A couple of these guys already know this. A couple of these guys don't. None of you know. But so I have this show every Saturday at 9. Been happening for 8-9 months. We began this in June. I am about to launch another weekly live stream coming up here in another week, maybe 2. Hopefully next weekend you'll hear more about it, but you will be hearing about this in the days to come. I can't say anything about it yet. I can't say anything about it. I want to. I'd love to. I'm dying to. But
No can do.
Nope.
these few of these guys know what's going. It's very exciting.
Cool. It's gonna be awesome.
So you'll know about it all soon enough. But just just a few more days. Hopefully we can make some sort of real announcement. Hopefully next week, Sandra.
Yeah,
Late next week.
Hopefully in the next couple of days we can make some sort of official announcement.
All right.
Hopefully.
It'll be worth the wait. It'll be worth the wait, folks.
Yeah. A lot of of planning, a lot of effort too.
A lot of time.
A lot
of time.
Thought.
Thank you.
I had wanted all along to do like another hangout. Not really a show, but like a hangout. But never did. Had gone live at off hours once or twice along the way, but we've zoomed in on an idea, and we're trying to make it come alive.
It's gonna be badass
now as we speak. So yeah.
Very badass.
So enough about that. Yeah. All right. So I want to thank our very special guests here tonight, GuitarHack.
Thank you.
And Janice Lalla.
Yes.
You guys are awesome. We appreciate you being here. It's been fun. Absolutely. Yeah, Halface. You did it, dude.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Mail you that thing out Monday. You got it.
Nice.
All right. So let's see here. Anybody got anything else, you guys?
I'm good.
Check out the Hack Show Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Jeremy Asbrock, guitar player with Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley's solo band.
Nice.
Nice.
Very cool.
Check it out.
Maybe one day I'll get over my red dot syndrome, and I'll put out another video.
Waiting on that.
Yeah.
Hurry up already.
I know. It's been too long.
Hacks and Janice's links are down below in the description. Go check them out. Hacks on live every Wednesday night. Always a good show. Got guests on.
Yep.
Yeah, always a great show.
If you're not subscribed, go subscribe to their channels if you haven't already.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You did it.
All right, kids. We are going to shove off here. Appreciate everybody being here. And we will see you guys and girls next week. All right?
All right.
Cheers.
Hey, folks. Come and join the magic every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on Show Me Your Pick with my good friend Fruitcake Tony and the live crew.